part of GL. So all these things will not find cost element here when you click here. So I'm not coming at that point at the moment. You get confusion. So let us go enter and do the basic configuration, and then as we move forward, you'll be able to understand what are the changes have taken place.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So the first thing I have shown you on the screen that I'll be working on client 800. So SAP provides their clients with, I mean, whoever purchased the server, they provide this client 100, client 200, client 800. On that basis, on that base, we will be configuring our company, and on that, we will be creating the company code, and on that, we'll be creating the controlling area. So, what is the relation between company and controlling area? One company code can have only one controlling area, but one controlling area can be assigned to multiple company codes, right? So I will come to that point later on. First, let me show you the basic configuration. The basic level configuration more or less the same. Okay, the first thing what you have to do is define the company on which, for which you are configuring the SAP. So how to do that? We will be working on the first is the enterprise structure. On the basis on enterprise structure, the basic level. From there you create the company, or from there you move to other modules like controlling. Then you have financial accounting. Then host of other modules, sales and distribution, material management, right? So let us first start with the enterprise structure. If you want, you can note down the path, because I'll be showing you both the path and the transaction code. This is the enterprise structure first one. For enterprise structure, you move to definition. From definition, you come to financial accounting. From financial accounting, you come to define company. So here you define your company. Like a reference book, SAP has given a lot of companies as as a reference to which you can follow. But people keep on changing here. 1000, somebody has changed it. This is the company which SAP has given as a reference, 1710. Okay, you can copy, you can go by simply copying it and do it and change as a name of your according to your requirement, or you can go by clicking on new entries. Two options are available. You can copy existing company and convert it, changing the name and address, all those things, currency, or you can create as a new entry. So let us take as uh, let's take a company called Tata. One second. Okay. Let us take Tata Consumer Limited. Okay. You can name here TCL. Street, Park Street, 12344. Postal code 70016. City, I'm giving Kolkata, the first one. Country, from here you can go to the drop down. You will find all companies are available. If you cannot find it, here is the option to search. Find option. You type here India, enter, select it, enter. India. Language key also, you can same way you can go to the drop down and can select. And currency also, same way, you go there, give INR, Indian rupee. After giving all these details here, you have to simply save it. Okay, it is saying that an already exists. So if an already exists, then I will make it TATA 21. Enter. Yeah, now it is taken. So I made that company as a alphanumeric 4 letter TA21, and I given the basic information like the name of the company. In short, I've given TCL, Park Street, PO Box, postal code. So these are the basic one, and then I save the data. Somebody just note it down that TA21 is. Are you recording? Anybody recording? Hello. Hello.
Yeah, Pinto, no one can recording.
Now, if you can record, if you go for future reference, that will be
Acha, okay.
helpful for you, because
Okay, okay.
it's better that you record, but don't upload it in social media, okay, anywhere.
No, no, don't do that.
But it
Don't
is
worry
you
about
shall
that.
have it between you three people, okay.
Yeah, don't worry about that.
You can go and refer later on also, right? So this is what is called first level, which is called company. So the transaction code, if you want to go by transaction code, so you simply type /n OX15 is a transaction code to land up in this page. If you give this transaction code OX15, you will land up on this page. So this is a transaction code and the path. The next one, you have defined the company. Next one will be you define your company code. After you defining your company, you can define your company code. So how to do that? /NSPRO. Same thing, you come to the enterprise start. This is the configuration number 2. The first one was define company. The second one is define company code. This is the second configuration. So enterprise structure, and then you come to definition. From definition, you come to financial accounting, and then come to this point, edit, copy, delete. Okay, this is we have defined a company. This defined credit control area is for the sales and distribution guys. Those are learning sales and distribution, they need to configure this defined credit control area. For finance person, this is not required. We'll go to this point, edit company, delete, check company code. You click here, you get the two options. Click on edit company code, okay, and here is no here is also you can copy, but it is we have genes, we have created the company, we will go for new entries. So what is the company? The same company, and the company code I'm keeping it same. Company name is Tata Consumers Limited. City as usual Kolkata. Country IN. Currency is must. Whatever in HANA this asterisk mark is given, you have to give. So instead of going to drop down, I am giving it directly INR, and the language is EN. So this time I'm creating the company code. The previous configuration was I created the company. Now I created the company code. Okay. So company and company code, this I have kept it same. After giving all this information, once you save this data, a pop-up will come up in front of you where you have to incorporate more data, like whether your company is, what is the title, Mr. Miss, Mr. Mrs. whatever. It's a providership company, you have to select this, otherwise company. Name of the company, Tata Consumers Limited. TCL. Search item, you can also give TCL. Street, Park Street. Postal code 70000, sorry, 700016. country I have to give IN, and accordingly once you give the country IN, the region will come automatically here. You can see the region. Since I've taken Kolkata, I have to give this one Kolkata also city. So I have to select this 25 West Bengal. In case you are configuring a foreign company, if you give the country, suppose you give the country USA, then what happens if you click on the region, you will find country key restrictions. Okay. So we will give US and click on the region. We'll find the US regions are coming, Alaska, Alabama, Florida, California, all these will come. So whatever you give here, the region will change accordingly. So here I've given India because it's an Indian company. So the region I have selected on the basis of my city is West Bengal. These are all optional requirement. PO box, postal code, language, telephone number, mobile. The more data you will give, the more, when you generate the reports, all this information will come. But these are the basic information you have to provide. After giving this basic information, you click here. And now you can save the data. So the company and the company code has been created. To create the company code, the transaction code, just note it down, /NOX02 is the transaction code for creating company code. So I've created the company and the company code. The next step is that whatever you create, you have to tie up with the company code. Otherwise, SAP will not come to know which company code you have configured. So the next transaction will be, the third one will be to just close this. You click on enterprise structure. Next you come to, we did the definition. Now we come to the assignment. Enterprise structure, assignment. Click on financial accounting. Now what you will do, you will assign company code to company, right? This is the screen. Here you will not find any new entries option. Here only you have to assign by clicking on the position button at the bottom part. So if you click here, you have to find out your company code. So what is the company code? TA21. Enter. So this is your company code, this is your company name, this is your city, and this is your company. TA21. So company and company code is being assigned, and this company is tied up with client 100. So client 100, you have the company, and under that you have the company code. Clear? Any queries? Any questions? Anybody has any question?
Open to go ahead.
Okay, fine. So that the fourth step. So first we did the company, and then we created the company code, and in the third step we assigned the company code to company. Then the fourth step will be define business area. The fourth one will be define business area. Enterprise structure, definition, financial accounting, this one. We'll be defining the business area. We have already defined the company, edited this one, and now the defined business area. So these are some samples of business area. Okay, so let me create a business area. TA is for Tata, first letter KL. So write Kolkata office. Then TABH, Kolkata office of TA21, Bhubaneswar. Factory. A21. ABG. Bangalore. So I have taken three business area. One is TL is the office where the company is having its office, registered office, or you can say corporate office. And these two are the places where this company is having two factories. One is Bhubaneswar, one is Bangalore, right? So I've created these three business area. Just note down this business area TATL, TABH, TABG. This will be required. So business area. So you can as much require whatever will be the requirement for the company, you have to create the business area. So in this case, I have only created three business area: Kolkata, Bhubaneswar, and Bangalore. And after that, business area is not assigned to any company code. We will not be doing it, but when we will be doing the entries, the business area will be required. That I will show you at the time of doing the entries and testing. Okay. The next configuration is chart of accounts. On the chart of accounts, we'll have the general ledger accounts, right? So what is the for this the transaction code will be for business area. It will be /n is common. I will not write a /n anymore. /n is common. The business area code will be OX03. This is the transaction code for creating this business area. Then the next step will be the chart of accounts. You have to create the chart of accounts. Under this chart of accounts, we control the GL accounts, right? So the chart of accounts, the transaction code for chart of accounts is OB13. OB13. This is the transaction code for chart of accounts. Let me go to the path. Here we will not be entering into enterprise structure. We will be entering the financial accounting part. Okay. From first we'll click on the financial accounting. From SPRO direct to financial accounting. From financial accounting we'll be entering the general ledger accounting. This is the general ledger accounting. From the general ledger accounting you'll be entering the master data. In the master data you will have the option for GL accounts. And under these GL accounts you have the preparations. Okay, so this is the long step you have to come from financial accounting to this GL ledger accounting, master data, GL accounts, preparations, and here is the option where you'll be doing. Will not be doing the revised chart of accounts. We'll be editing the chart of account list. Right. The first is here is the option for chart of accounts. Lot of chart of accounts have been created. You can select any copy and can change according to your name. But here I'll show you how to click on new entries. So first two letters of your company code, and for chart of accounts you can select TACA. Chart of accounts of TA21. Just to identify, this is a public server, just to identify, we have named it as chart of accounts of TA21. Maintain language. That's the second. Maintain language, English. Length of the GL account. If you click here, from 0 to 10 is the maximum length you can give. So here what I'm giving 10, right? This is the group chart of accounts. If your company, if under a group, we have to give the group chart of accounts. Here I am creating only one company. One company equals to one company code. So therefore I'm not giving the group chart of accounts. If we create a group, then we have to give the chart of accounts of that group, main company, right? We'll show you, we'll come back this later. So this is the normal chart of accounts that I've created for this company code TA21, and then I save the data. The next one, after creating the chart of accounts, the next possible step is that you have to assign the chart of accounts to your company code. The transaction code for assigning the chart of accounts to company code is OB62. These transaction codes what I'm giving now are same that you use in ECC and HANA till now. Okay. So after creating the chart of accounts, we have to assign the company code to chart of accounts. The next one, the next step. Here is the screen, no option for new entries. Only you have to assign. Go to position, give your company code, TA21, enter. Once you give the company code, company name, city, and here you give the chart of accounts. So what is the chart of accounts? TACA is the chart of accounts. So chart of accounts is being assigned to the company code. This is city chart of accounts. In certain countries, they have chart of accounts on the basis of their city. In India, we don't have. So we have only one chart of accounts for this company code. But this chart of accounts, but this TAC is the chart of accounts that are assigned to this company code. And after giving that, you save it. If you double click on the line, you will not be able to see it. 1 second. Okay. So the chart of accounts have been assigned to the company code. You save the data. The transaction code for this is OB62. If you give OB62, you can assign your company code to your chart of accounts. Okay. The next one. We'll move to the next one. We'll be defining the account group. There you can. There are a lot of account groups you can create, but we'll be creating only the basic one. We will not go for a lengthy one. So for this define account group, transaction code for this define account group is OBD4. This is the transaction code. To enter this, now you have to create the account group. So you can see asset, expense, income, liability, lot of have been created account group. We'll be creating the basic account group for this company code. So we'll click on new entries. First we'll give the chart of accounts. So what is the chart of accounts? TACA. Account group ATTA. AT means asset. I've taken the first letter. You can give according to your required choice. So I have given ATTA, named the account group, and I named it in the long text as asset. What will be the range for the GL account for? I'm giving for asset 1 to 1000. All the GLs will be given this number from 1 to 1000 for asset. Next is TA CA, LI, TA, liabilities. The next range, just 1 second. Madam, I'm taking class now. Can you call me after 1 hour? One thousand one, 2000. I'm taking 1000 range. You can take as per requirement. 1 lakh range you can take, whatever. Next is TA, CA, RV, TA, revenue. Asset and liability, I have covered the balance sheet through asset and liability. Now I'm completing the profit and loss account. Revenue 2001 to 3000. Next is TACA. From revenue we come to expenses. $3001 to 4000. So this is the chart of accounts of your company. You have the account group, the name and the range of the GL accounts that you are going to create under these: asset, liabilities, revenue and expenses. After that you save it. So data is saved. Any questions?
Hello.
Any questions?
No questions as of now.
Okay, fine. So you're noting down the T code also?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. So let me go out of this cancel. Okay, so this account group has been created. So after defining the account group, I'll be defining the retained earnings account. So what is a retained earning? Define retained earning account. Retained earnings, suppose your company, whatever your company will be incurring, suppose your company is making profit. Okay, then positive value moves and in the reserve and surplus. If it's a negative value, so negative value will move to the liability side of the balance sheet in the reserve and as a negative value has been. So to do that, to carry the balance positive or negative from profit and loss account to the balance sheet, we need to configure this defined retained earnings. Transaction code for defined retained earnings is OB53. OB53. This is the So OB53 is the transaction code if you want to configure this defined retained earnings account. You have to give your chart of accounts, TACA. So you don't know the what will be the figure. It can be a positive, it can be a negative. So you can take a X. Okay, and the account number. So what will be the account number? We have to take the range that has been allotted for liabilities. It is 1001 to 2000. So I'm taking the first one, 1001. The first one I'm taking. So you can see chart of accounts is showing balance carried forward is the transaction. This is the SAP defined transaction. This is the value. You don't know whether it will be a profit or negative. Value will move to the balance sheet. You don't know. That is why it's X. And you have to select one account number. Here I have taken 1001. This 1001 is the part of the liability GL range, 1001 to 2000. This 1001 I will be converting it when I will be creating the GL into reserve and surplus account. So I'll enter. So when you give the enter, it will give me an alert that account 1001 has not been created. So you have to ignore. You click once again, and it will take it. It will accept it SAP. But I have to convert this 1001 into reserve and surplus GL. Convert means I have to create a reserve and surplus account using this serial number 1001. Now this defined retained earnings had been created. Next, the very important one is the fiscal year, which is very important. First, we have to create a variant. A variant is a 2 alphanumeric code through which the SAP will come to know that this is the variant for this company code, fiscal year variant for this company code. So first, let me show you the transaction code. The transaction code, yes. Anybody has any question? Okay. So the transaction code for creation of fiscal year variant is OB29. It's getting hanged. OB29 is the transaction code for creation of fiscal year variant. So let me show you the path. Okay, the first one will be financial account, financial accounting. For financial accounting, you have to come down to financial accounting global settings. Financial accounting global settings. From financial accounting global settings, you come to the ledgers. From the ledgers, you move to fiscal year and posting periods. You can see this fiscal year and posting periods. We'll be configuring this step first. Fiscal year and posting periods. Under this, we will be doing the first one is the maintain fiscal year variant. Just 1 second, please. Okay, the next step is maintain fiscal year variant. So you can see these are the fiscal year variants. In India, we use V3. If you give V3, you can see fiscal year variant. V3 is, somebody has removed all these things. It is from March. It is from April to March is V3, which it is used V3. In US, it is used as K4. K4. Okay, K4 is from normal January to December. Okay, and India we use it as V3. In European countries they use K3. K3, which is from June to July. So a lot of available, you can copy from here. The most appropriate, the Indian one is V3. V3. This is the V3. You can here, instead of creating new, you can copy here directly. Copy this V3. You can see April to March. and 4 special periods. What is April to March? Is the normal. In India, we have from 1st April the fiscal year starts and ends in 31st March 2021. So in this year it will be 2021, your fiscal year will end, right? And these are the 12 months, means 12 periods from April to March, and these are the special periods. What are the special periods? After midnight 31st March, suppose your fiscal year, you have taken fiscal year as V3, so your fiscal year has started from 1st April 2020 and will end in 31st March 2021. Okay, so what will happen in that case? After 31st March 2021 midnight, SAP will not allow you to make any further entries. Books of accounts will be closed. So that is why we'll keep 4 special periods. That means even after 31st March 2021, you can able to make the any errors, you can rectify those errors, any entries missed out, any rectification you can do. So that is why SAP has recommended 4 special periods. That means after 31st March 2021, you can keep your books of accounts open for April, May, June, July. Now, 4 special periods totally depend upon the company. If any company wants that it will be only for 1 month, like in the case of Infosys, they keep only 1 month, right? In many companies, they keep it for 2 months, 3 months. So maximum SAP recommended is 4 special periods after the fiscal year ends. So what I will do, instead of copying, I will select the V3, the most appropriate one in the Indian scenario. I will copy this and then I'll convert it and give my name as T3, and then I will
Pintu,
apply.
hello.
Yeah, tell
In
me.
that scenario, the number of period will be counted as 13, 14 or 1, 2, 3, 4.
Periods will be 1, 2, 3, 4. I will show you now. After making the variant, I will show you that also. Okay. I'll come to these steps. These periods are 1 from 1 to 12. 1, 2, 3, 4 like this. Okay.
No, after completion of fiscal year, if you want to open the period for another 1 month, then in that case, the posting period will be counted as 13 or it will be started again from 1.
No. Only the March will remain open. Whatever you have to make adjustments, you have to make in March.
Yeah, in March, the period will be numbered as 13 or 1. My
No,
question
that
is
is
that.
13, 14, 15, 16 are the periods, special periods. But in the month of 13, you can make entries from 12, you can make, no, it will be periods, special periods will be 13, 14, 15, 16.
Acha.
Not 1, 2, 3, 4. It will be 13,
Yeah.
16. Okay,
Okay.
but it will be open for March. Now everything depend about the company. If you want to open any periods, you can do that, but auditors will not allow, because one is your books of accounts are audited for the month of February. You cannot touch anything, right?
No, I
So
thought 13 period will be allowed by auditor also. That's the management decision, no?
yes, but after your period is closed, you have closed the February, you can only keep the March period open. The last month you are open. All adjustment will be in the March.
Yeah.
If you are because February has been audited, auditors will not
Right,
allow you
right.
to touch the February, because all the reports have been generated for the month of February, so they will not allow you to touch the February. Now if you want to open it up, you can do that. I will show you how to open that, but in that case, you have to satisfy your auditor the reason behind why you have opened the February. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll show you that. First let me complete this one configuration. That will come to know when I'll be doing the period configuration. So since I've copied it, I have to copy all here. So T3 is my fiscal year. What I've taken, T3 is my fiscal year variant, 12 periods and special periods. Okay, clear? Now first I have to save this. After saving this, I have to click here and I have to click on this period folder. Since I've copied it, everything is here, right? Now it will be better that I create a this is C. You can see here. 1 minute. Okay, let me show you. Can you see? The month is 4, right? This is the April 2020. Your fiscal year starts.
Okay.
30 days. Period 1. Year shift 0. Because you are in 2020. Then comes May. 31 days. Period is 2. 0. Like this it will continue. Like this it will continue till you reach at
March.
10. No. Till you reach 12. Month number 12 is December. Day is 31 days, 2020. Your period is 9. For April to December, your period is 9. But year 2020, the month is 12. You are in till 2020. Now comes 2021. One second. Ah. Just a second. $11, $12. Okay, after that they have not configured. So it is better not to take. Somebody must have changed this corrupted. I will not take this one. I will create a new entries so that you people can understand. Position T3, because this one I've copied it, but people have changed this. A lot of changes have been done, so I will delete this one. All entries. Yes. Save it. Okay. You will able to understand. New entries. I'm making it T3. Description March. March to April. Number of periods 12. Special periods 4. So now I have done of my own. I have not copied anything. And now I select here and click on the periods. Okay. Now you can see fiscal year variant is 3, number of posting 12, special periods 4. Nothing here, 0, because I'm creating my one. Click on new entries. Here I will show you. Your April is the fiscal year starts in 2020. So the month will be 4, day will be 30, period number will be 1 according to your SAP, and the year shift is 0. Same May, 31 days, period 2, year shift 0. Month 6, June, 30 days, period 3, year shift 0. July will be 31 days, period is 4, year shift is 0. Okay. Month is 8, August. 8 is August, 31 days in August. You come to period 5, year shift 0. Next you come down to month 9, September is 30, period is 6, year shift 0. Now comes month 10, that is October, 31 days, period is 7, year shift 0. Month 11, days 30, period 8, year shift 0. Then come 12, that is December, 31 days, period 9, year shift 0. Now you move to 1, month 1, 31 days, that is January 21, your period is 10, you have moved to 2021. So in that case, we have -1. Next come the February, month number 2, February 28 days, your period is 11 -1. And then March 31 days, your fiscal year ends -1. Any questions? Anybody has any questions? And now you save it. After you configuring this period, month, day, period and year shift, you click on the period text. In the period text, you have to give your language EN. Period is period 1. Text APR, April. Language EN. Period 2. Text MAY, May. Text MAY, May. Language EN. Period 3. Text April, May, June, JUN, June. And then you write June. June. English EN. Period 4. June, then it's July. July. EN. Period 5. August. AUG. August. AUST. August. Six. SEP. September. September. Then again EN. Period 7. August, September, October. OCT. October. And period 8. NOV. NOVMB, November. N. Period 9. December. EN. Period 10. January. (11) FEP. February. N. Period 12. March. After giving all these details, period, language, period and text, you save it. And shortest fiscal year means our fiscal year is not year dependent, right? Neither calendar dependent, not year dependent. Okay? See, we are 2021, so it doesn't depend on particular calendar, neither it depend on any year, and neither it is a weekly calendar, or we go fiscal week. This weekly calendar and fiscal weeks have been added in HANA. These weekly calendar fiscal weeks were not there in ECC. These two are the new additions, right? So since we are not following any particular year dependent or calendar year dependent, so we no need to configure this shortened fiscal year. It is not allowed here because year T3 is not year dependent, right? So that is why we don't need to configure here. So this is how the fiscal year variant is being done and configured according to the month and the period, and then save it. Any questions? Okay, no questions. Fine. So next one is, we have created the fiscal year variant, but SAP doesn't know which company code does this fiscal year variant. So the next possible step will be, we have to assign company code to fiscal year variant, the next configuration. Assign company code to a fiscal year variant. Yes, this is the screen where we have to, there's no option for new entry. You have to click on the position button, give her company code, and here you will find the fiscal year variant. This is one, T3. So your fiscal year variant is been assigned to your company code. After giving this, you save here. So you can see the fiscal year variant. My fiscal year variant is April to March. You can see it straight. So data is saved. So you have assigned your fiscal year variant to your company code. So next will be the posting period variant. So you will have 12 posting periods and 4 special periods. So for that, to do the posting in those periods, you need to create a variant and which you need to assign to your objects. So what is the next one? It's totally come out. System too slow. So next is creating posting period variant. Same thing, fiscal year, financial accounting, then global settings, things to ledgers. Here it is. We have configured the fiscal year and assigned. Now we are entering the posting periods. First, you have to create the variant. The way you have created a variant for fiscal year, we have to create the variant first, and that variant should be tied up with the company code, and then we describe the posting periods under that variant. So it will be. So there are a lot of variants here. You can create a variant. Click on new entries. You can keep the same TA21. Easy identify posting period variant for TA21. So this is the variant, alphanumeric 4 letter. I have kept it TA21. You can make it anything you can give. Okay, but in the public server, just easy to identify. I kept it same as company code. That's all. So this is the posting period variant, TA21. After you create the variant, you need to assign the variant to the company code. The next one. Go to position, give your company code, and here you give a variant. Save it. So you created a posting period, you assign that posting period to your company code. Now the main important configuration. Again it went out. Enterprise structure, financial accounting, global settings, ledger, fiscal year and posting period. Now is the next one. Open and close posting periods. Whether you have to keep your periods open and closed depends on this configuration. You give the posting period variant first, TA21. Earlier in ECC, this was not there. You have to give the company code. But now things have been changed. You have to give the posting period variant. See now, this is the change. The posting period variant is coming here. Earlier it used to come this here in this column in ECC. So what you have to do here? You have to click on new entries, and here, if you click here, you will. This is for the account type. What account type will be selecting? There are 4 types of. There will be. These are the accounts type. Plus means all, and if you don't select plus, then A for asset, D for customers, K for vendors, M for materials, S for GL accounts, and V for contract accounts. You can
What do you mean by contract accounts?
Contracts, if you have any contracts, previous contracts, any kind of agreement, those comes here, right? So you can give here one by one. You can give one by one, A, D. You can give like A, D, like so. Your configuration will become lengthy. Instead of giving all this one, you can select A, which will be applicable for all.
But in Pinto, in a company, like normally they are using all account because like if they want to close the financial period, if they want to open the material period, means if you will configure all, then you can able to open one periods by closing other periods.
No, that is why I'm saying that if you want to keep plus sign, it will be all. See, in a big project, if you keep on making things lengthy, it will be become too difficult to close the projects on time. Right? In many companies, they will not be going for the asset. They will not be implementing asset. Right? In some companies, they will only go for customer, vendor, materials, and normal GL accounts. They will not be implementing asset. In those cases, you can accept this. But suppose if you give the asset here, 1 minute. Today is Saturday, Sunday, lot of classes going on, so server is too slow today. So if you give the asset, you have to give the account number from which account to which account. Right? In case of your account number is asset 1 to 1000. I've already done in OBD4 creating account group.
Yes.
Remember? So you have to give here 1 second. Today's server is too slow. Saturday, Sunday, a lot of people are practicing, learning all these things. So see, every time it's getting reconnected. So you have to give 1 to 1000. Right? Suppose you take the next one. Customers, vendors. So you have to find out those GL numbers. Right? So customer number and vendors number you will not be able to find here. Customers number are, those are under sub ledgers. It will not be shown here.
Yes.
So that is why it is always you take plus sign.
Suppose you want to configure the customer number, then how we will what you will write it down in from account.
In that case you have to give the number from here to here.
Okay, means you have to give the liability and asset GL.
No. When you are giving the customer number is different. When you create the customer, you have a customer number. That number you have to give. that from
Okay.
this number to this number customers I'm going to open or I'm going to keep blocked. That's different.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that
Means
is why
okay.
to avoid the confusion, you
Hmm.
have to come here. You don't know the customer number, you don't know the vendor number. So that is
Okay.
why to avoid the confusion, all those things, if you give plus, SAP will automatically take everything,
Okay.
right? That is
Hmm.
why we give plus and we keep these two account blank, because
Okay.
for plus means it is covering all, so you cannot give all. You cannot have the
Okay.
customer number here. You cannot give only
Oh,
the vendor number one. So we keep
okay.
it blank here. Now the period. Period one is in 2020. Your fiscal year will be considered as 2020. Right? What happened?
Yes.
Oh, this is blocked. 1 second. 2020. To period 12. It's in 2020. 1 minute. It's 2020.
Yeah.
There can be an authorization group to control this. Here I'm keeping it blank. From period 13, your special periods 21, or you can give 20 also, it doesn't matter, it will automatically take, because this is totally linked with this 13. To period 16, okay, you can keep on giving the periods. You can give 13 to 13, 14 to 14, you can give. Now the question is, if you want, see 1 to 12 I have given here, means my all my periods are open, right?
Yes.
Right, so you can make entry from April to March, all entries, but in real time it never happens. You
So you
have
have
to,
to give 1 to 1.
no, 1 to 1 is over. 1 to 1 April is over. Books of accounts have been audited. First quarter, April, May, June, first quarter audited. You cannot keep it open. Okay,
Okay.
you can only keep open a period 9 to 1 minute. 9 to 12, the last quarter.
Okay.
Right now, suppose you have to be known. This January we have already done. We'll make it only February. You can make it this one. 10. Sorry, not 10. 10, 11, 10 to 12 is the last quarter. So
Okay.
January, February, March. Suppose you have, January is complete, 11. So 2 months open. In the end, only 12 to 12. Only March is open. Rest
Okay.
of the periods are all closed. You cannot make any entries. Period is closed. You have only kept March open.
So normally people are doing 1 to 1, 2 to 2, and 3 to 3. That way of doing. Monthly they are opening period and monthly they are closing.
But you are now in March.
Yeah. On the March means you have to open 12 to 12 only.
Yes. Okay.
Uh,
So that means when the in April
Hello,
2000.
Pinto.
Yes, please.
Let's say we are in the month of February. Okay.
Mm.
So the period we can type from period 1. I mean 11 to 12 or 11 to 11 only.
It's your choice, your company choice. But it is better not to keep the future one open. You cannot make future entries. It's always 11 to
Yeah, that's my point. How
it's
can we
11 to
open
11.
11 to 12?
11 to 11.
okay.
Yeah.
Suppose
Now
you are in March.
why I kept 12 here, because I am in March. So that
Uh,
is why I have kept 11 and 12 open.
Suppose you have to open 11 and 12 period at the in March means in a form period I have to give in 11 and 2 period I have to give in 12. 11, 11,
Yes,
12, 12. Yes, no?
if you want to keep your, if suppose your these reports are not being generated, not audited, you can keep
Yes.
open. But
Okay.
you need the permission from the management.
Yes, yes.
Right. But for learning purpose, what I'm doing, I'm keeping all the open 1 to 12. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So this is the game. Here you play the game. Which period you are opening and which period you are closing.
Yes.
Right. And for learning purpose, I just kept 1 to 12 open. Huh?
Okay. Then we have to keep save.
Sorry.
Then after that we have to save it down, no?
You have to save. Whatever you do, you have to save it.
Yeah.
1 minute. Because I've gone to the next line. It's not allowing me. 1 minute. 1 second. Okay. Now. Clear?
Yes.
So this is the actual point where you keep your what is called close and open posting period. The transaction code for this open
OB52.
no OB52 no that's not done one. Defined variant for open posting period is OBBO. Note it down. OBBO. OBBO for when you are defining the variant. Okay.
Okay.
When you are assigning the variant with the company code, it is OBBP. BBP. Okay. And when you are creating open and closing period, yes, you are correct. It's OB52.
Pinto, can you come again? You could not able to understand.
Which one?
Like OBO will assign the company code.
I'm coming to it. Define when you are defining variant for this one. When you are
Ah,
defining the variant for open posting period, right?
yes.
At the time of when you mean it is OBBO.
Okay.
Okay, then you are assigning that variant to company code. Then
Ah,
it is OBBP.
okay.
Okay,
Assign means OBP.
yeah,
OBBP.
yes. And
Okay.
when you are open and close posting periods, it's OB52. Somebody from your side have said this OB52.
Me only. Me only.
Okay, yes.
Okay.
OB52.
Okay.
Clear?
Yes.
Let me close the map. Okay, next is field status variant. So in SAP when you generate any reports, you find a lot of fields are there: company code, fiscal year, cost center, profit center. Those are fields. So
Yes.
to configure those fields, we need to create a variant, and that variant we tie up with the company code, and the fields get tied up with them. So that is
Okay.
why we need to configure. It is called field status variant. Okay. Let me show you the path for the field status variant is same. We'll go in financial accounting. Financial accounting, then you come to financial accounting global settings. From financial and global settings, you come to ledgers. From ledgers, you come to fields. Okay, and then you come to this one. Define field status variant. Define field status variant. Click here. See, these are all SAP defined variants, right? All SAP defined variants. So what do we do? You can you can create your own variant, but it is advisable to avoid inconsistency, because in certain cases to avoid inconsistency, SAP has strictly recommended to copy the SAP defined. In HANA, in fact, lot of things have been covered. So it is SAP is always recommending to copy the existing one, just to avoid inconsistency. So what I will do, I will only copy the SAP defined one, this 0001 field status variant. I will select here and I will copy here, and I will
But
change.
suppose, yeah, suppose you want to add on something like in SAP standard report in the field status,
If
something.
you want, there's option is there. You can go for new entries. Here's the option. You create field status variant. You can create your own.
Okay.
New entries is always I showed you. This is the create new entries. This
Okay.
icon you remember. This is for new entries.
Okay.
Sometimes new entries word is not written here. In
Hmm.
that case, don't get confused. If you touch each icon, it will show you. This is for create option. New
Okay.
entries. This is for copy. Right. So you select this one and you copy it. And then in real time, most of the cases you have to copy this kind of things. This field status variant and all those things. And you change it to, I'm just to avoid confusion, I am giving TA21. Field status variant for TA21. That's all. And you just click on the copy. So all entries in the background will be copied. This will help you to avoid inconsistency. whatever steps I'm showing you, if you know it very well, you are getting a chance to revise. Otherwise, whatever steps you're going on, if you follow those steps one by one, you can seamlessly configure any project in anywhere. Okay.
Okay. Pinto, one more doubt I'm having in a field status variant. Suppose, like if you will want to generate the report in MV51 and all, like certain field documents we are not getting. Suppose you want to configure it manually, standard T code variants, and how we will configure?
See, in many companies, above people are there, they create some specific T codes.
Okay.
That starts with Z. That is for programming. Ababas
Okay.
will be there. Suppose your company needs some specific T code. Suppose
Okay.
Tata Group wants that all my T codes should be with starts with T in SAP. Then Ababas will do all those. All their company T codes will be on T. Whatever the company wants. Normally it never happens. Consultants always advise that you go for the SAP. But there are certain specific cases, very exceptional cases, where company wants certain things which is called the gap analysis. What the SAP is given and the company wants. If there is a gap which cannot be narrowed down,
Okay.
there has to be something to be done
Mm-hmm.
extraordinary. Then the ABAPers will have to program it out and give a code. And normally the code starts with Z. Okay.
Okay, no, that's why I was telling about Jet T code. Like, let's take an example on FAGLV03. Like in FAGLV03, you want to pull out the dump of consumption account. I know, standard T code you want, I mean, in the same T code, you won't get the field for material code. But once you will do changes, something in the name standard T code, then you will get all the data regarding the material. So, in
Right.
such,
So whatever special things you want, you have to see. Most of the things the users will tell you that I'm not getting this, I am
yeah,
getting
yeah,
that.
that's what I'm telling. So in
Uh,
such scenario, how we will configure it, field status.
in a field status variant, if you want to add a new status,
Okay.
suppose here you want to, suppose I'm then selecting this one. If you want to add any group here, right?
Yeah.
Right, here's the new entries option. You can always do that.
Okay, but the same field status variant you can modify also.
Of course, you can do that.
Okay.
Well, everything, the options is there. But the transaction code that I'm talking about, if you want to add a different transaction, create a new, that developers can do that.
No, that is
Okay?
not JT code. Like something you want to add on
Now,
the
here
same
you can
stand.
do that. Here, option is always there. Options is given here.
Okay.
If you want to add, you can add. People have already added. A lot of people you find, if you using the server, you will find a lot of people have added.
Okay.
See this one, somebody has created this. WM is not a SAP defined one.
Okay.
Not these are not SAP defined one. These are people have created.
Okay.
Uh, Copied it or created. Somebody have created from the scratch. Somebody
Okay.
have I have copied it the SAP defined one. So when I'm
Okay.
click, since I've copied it from 0001, so all these field status group are showing. Now if I want to add another group, click on new entries, you give a code and you write another group. Finished.
Okay, means how it option will come directly. Like, can you add it down something like, who will be a beneficiary for us? Like, can you
Sorry,
show it?
sorry.
Like, can you show once how it will get add in this field status group?
See,
Can you
this is
show?
the field status variant you have,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay, you want to change this one?
Yes, we want to change this one.
Okay, you do one. You click on new, click here, and you
Okay.
give as XXX.
Ah,
Okay, field status group
yeah.
TA21.
Okay.
Done.
Yes.
Now you click here.
Ah,
You don't have any field status group. You click on new entries. You add
okay.
one, two, three, four.
Ah,
Reconciliation accounts.
okay.
Done.
Yes.
Clear.
Okay, okay. But in TA20 and the field status group you have already created, there also you can modify, right?
Of course, you cannot modify. You can add.
Okay, means add like we can add
Yes.
able to add. Okay.
Uh, You can add.
Okay. Like how we will know that there is some field status group we need to suppose there is a request from the user department that in FAGLB03 I want to configure.
I don't think the departments will have so much knowledge about the field status group. How they will know? A
No,
person.
they will not tell about the field status group, but they will tell you that from reporting point of view, suppose I want to, sir, I want to add on this material number in FAGLV03. So in such scenario, how we will configure?
We'll come to that point when we'll come to the. I'll show you.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Huh? Because
Okay.
we are doing a global structure. You're talking about the material, right?
Yes, yes.
So I'm not here now. I'll show you in that time. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
If you have the server, you can go to that code and you can see. You can see what are the options that are available there. Then the options will be available there.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
So what I did, I think I have copied one. No position TA21. Yeah. So TA21. Select here. These are the field status group. I will make two changes here. One is G001 at the moment, at this moment. Double click here. So there are a lot of things are available here. General data. Whatever you want, suppress, required, optional. If you suppress it, it will not show in your field.
Okay.
If you require, it will show you. So I'm making this text as a required entry because in GL entry, you need to write the text. Suppose salary account debit to bank. What you write in the narration, being salary paid. That is why we need the text. Okay. Rest are as usual. I'm not going to make any change. Text, and then let me see if there is any option to change. Cost center is suppressed here, right? Vendor goods movement, purchase order, value date. Value date, I'm making a required entry. Okay, and then I save it. Then I will also work with this one. Bank accounts obligatory. Bank's account. General data. Text, I'll make it required. Okay, done. So you can click as per your requirement and you can make the changes. Which one you want to suppress, which one need to add, right? Value date, payment terms. Payment terms I've suppressed it, I'm not making it at the moment. As per the requirement, I will do it. I will open here. Okay. So this is about the field status variant. Clear?
Yes.
Now what is the next probable transaction? I have created the field status variant, but my company doesn't know which company code does it belong to. So the next will be
Assign.
yes. Whatever you create, you have to assign with the company code, relevant company code, right? So where it is assign company code to field status variant. So you click here. Sorry.
A T code for that?
T code is OBC5. I'll show you. First give the T company code. TA21. Okay. And then you give the field status variant. I've kept it same, easy to identify, right? Assigned with this one. Did I save transaction code for this is OBC5. OBC5. Note it down. Okay. Yeah. So field status group have been done. The next one will be document types and number ranges.
Yeah.
See
OBD7, na?
Yeah. OBA7. OBD7. Right. OBA7. And 1 minute. /n. 1 minute. It's getting hanged actually.
Yeah.
You people have taken the server?
Yes.
Okay, fine. OBA7. Okay. Is a transaction code. But before that, I'll show you /n f-02. This one, right? SA.
Yeah.
To get this type, document type, we need to configure this one, OBA7, right?
Yeah.
slash NSP arrow enter reference ING and then we come to financial accounting. From financial accounting global settings, document types, define document types. Okay, you will find a lot of options there. You can create your own also. Here your option is also there, but I will prefer to take the SAP one. SA, this one, SA, GL documents. Double click here. So this is the document type. Number range, SAP is automatically give you if you want to reverse, suppose by mistake, if you reverse, so that is why the reverse document will be AB. It is applicable for asset, customer, vendor, material, GL accounts because we have selected for all in the posting periods. Do you remember?
Yes, yes.
Right?
Plus.
Yes, plus. Intercompany postings will be allowed, negative postings permitted, but not secondary cost. This SA is not applicable for secondary costs.
Secondary
Right?
cost means like you will want to like post some direct entry to secondary cost.
we didn't see your posting, secondary costs. Okay?
Okay.
So what I will do, I'll click on this number range. I'll give the company code TA21. Click on interval. Number range already defined by SAP 01. Here I will give 2020 and the range. Anything you can give 1 to 1 lakh, 1 to 1000, but I'm giving 1 to 1000. Okay. And I will not click on external. If I click on external, then every time you make an entry, you have to give the number, document number 1, 2, 3 like this. So that will be a headache for the end users. They have to remember, they have to note it down. So it is always better to keep it to keep it, if you give it external, then it is open not to configure this. Then automatically, sequentially, SAP will give the document number one by one, right?
So year by year, you have to define document range. Like once you will define means it will go so and so on.
So I'm not getting you.
So suppose in 2020 you have defined 1 to 1000. Again, fiscal year 2021 you have to define again, like so it will get automatic.
No. If it is over within this, if it is not over, then you have to define again. The fiscal year will change, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And if you click on the external, then you have to give the document number. Otherwise, it will be internal. SAP will give one by one, right?
External means you have to type it manually.
Yes, you have to give. The user will have to give the document number.
Okay.
Right?
Pinto, you have given the number range from 1 to 1000. Okay. Suppose it exceeds the 1000 number. Let's say 1001.
Yeah, you have to increase that. You can increase.
So we have to increase that number range.
Of course, you have to increase. SAP error will give automatically when the end user make the entry. It will give the error. It will give the error, and then they will raise a ticket, send it to you. The basis guy will come and change it over here. Okay.
Okay. Normally, in a standard price they are giving 1 to 1 lakh that way, no?
Yeah, 1 to 1 lakh. Big companies, 1 lakh is nothing for a big company.
Okay.
Yeah.
So learning purpose, I'm giving 1 to 1000.
Okay.
Okay, because other people will be using it. So this is about the document types and number range. Is it clear to you?
Yeah.
Okay. I will just do one more configuration before I close for today. It will be another one which has been added. It will be CO for controlling.
Okay.
Secondary cost. Okay.
Yeah.
Double click here. Number range 4 CO. You can see material, GL and secondary cost. Not this.
Because it's a CO, na, it will hit to your material account, GL account and secondary cost center.
Exactly. That is why. And no intercompany.
Okay. CO cannot be posted to intercompany.
Right.
It will be in your plant only.
Yes. But negative postings permitted. Okay.
Okay.
Number range. Give the company code TA21 interval insert 04. Number range already given. Year will be 2020. Okay. You cannot give this one. It should not overlap. So you can give the next one 1001 to 2000. Clear?
Okay.
So any questions?
Okay. So like for Miros and everything and all, RE, these things and all, you have to give separate.
Myro, Mygo, those are talking about MEMM.
Yeah, AA, RE.
That yeah, vendor number range will also come. When I'll do the vendor, all will come.
Okay.
Everything will come. Say, I'll show you here. 1 minute, I'll show you.
Yeah.
/n 1 minute.
Yeah.
OBA7. I'll show you one by one. Everything will be covered.
Yeah.
All will be coming here. See here. Look here. What K for? What does K means? K,
Vendor.
The K, the K for K. See here. KZ, vendor payment.
Yeah.
DZ. What is this? Customer payment.
Yeah.
All. When I will doing the configuration of customer vendor, I will again come back this point to configure. Okay.
Okay.
Thanks for joining. Thank you so much. Your next class will be on Saturday, coming Saturday. Okay.
Okay, sir.
I will inform you beforehand. On Thursday, I'll do the scheduling. On Saturday, I'll tell you the time. I'll give you a time. You people let me know whether you people are available on that time. Okay?
Yeah. Actually, you have created a one group. Then I will add your WhatsApp number in that group. Then you can post it down. Everyone can able to know, sir.
Your choice. No problem.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank both all of you. Thank you for joining.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Bye bye.
Thanks. Bye.